All right, this is a really kind of interesting question because we have two people fighting. George and Stacy both missed 3.5 days of school this year. What was the total amount of days missed for both George and Stacy? So we have to take George's days and Stacy's days and find out how many days they missed altogether. Well, Stacy said that she used multiplication. George said that he used addition. Let's see who's right. Okay, so Stacy said this. Well, if I missed 3.5 days and George missed 3.5 days, that's repeated addition. I can do 2 times 3.5. So this is what she did. She went 2 times 3.5. She changed the 2. Well, she didn't change it, but she rewrote it to 2 over 1 to make it look like a fraction. And she also changed the mixed number to an improper fraction. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 2. And then she just reduced, and she got 7. So she said, hey, together we missed 7 days. We both missed 3.5 days. That's what she said. And you can notice the steps in your workbook. You first express each factor, these are both factors, as a fraction, and just multiply or divide, depending on what it says to do. So that's how you multiply or divide mixed numbers. Well, now George says, well, listen, I did this. I said, so this is Stacy. Let's get Stacy. And this is George. George said, well, I did this. I said, well, I missed 3.5 days. You missed 3.5 days. So I added the 2 days up. And what I did was I realized that 3.5 is 3 plus a half. 3 plus a half. And I did this. I didn't want to really work hard. And I went 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus a half is a whole. And I got 7. What's the problem? Well, they both got the same answer. Let's make sure this answer is right. Let's draw it. Okay? So let's do 3.5 because you all know how good I am at this. We'll take these halves. 1, 2, 3. Here's George. 3.5. Okay, here comes Stacy. Okay, now you saw what George did. I'm just going to erase it. We know what George and Stacy did. They both got 7. They both got 7, George and Stacy. And now here comes the other person. All right? I'm going to keep going. And remember, these are all the same size. Be quiet. I know. 3.5 for George, 3.5 for Stacy. Well, that's 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4, 5, 6. And that together makes another hole, so it's 7. So they're both right. It doesn't matter how you do it. However, if you really think about it, this is why it works. If I take 2 times 3.5, I can also say this as 2 times 3 plus a half. Look at all the things you should understand about this question. I could distribute this. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 times a half. That means a half of 2. A half of 2 is obviously 1. And you get 7 again. You could do this a number of ways. It does not matter. So they're both right. Stop the fighting. However, here's what we're going to do. Anytime you're multiplying or dividing with mixed numbers, we're going to change the mixed numbers to fractions. And then we're going to multiply or divide depending on what it says. So let's try this and see. Okay, let's try number 1. -5 1/3 times 3/8. Okay. Here's the deal. We have a mixed number times a fraction. We're going to change the mixed number to an improper fraction. Remember the sign you just bring down. You just do 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16/3 times 3/8. Oh, this is going to be a beauty. Now think about your sign before you do it. A negative times a positive is a negative. I'm going to reduce. 8 goes into 8 once. 8 goes into 16 twice. Good night, 3s. So we have 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. So that's 2 over 1, which is just 2. From now on, I'm not going to write the over 1s because you know it's just a number on top. So that's -2. So take care of the sign first. Let's try another one. You should already be talking about what sign this is going to be. Okay? I'm going to make everything look like fractions. So negative 6 over 1 divided by, just bring the negative down, don't worry about it. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, 9 halves. Division, remember, means change to multiplication and use the reciprocal, so we're going to interchange the 9 and the 2, the numerator and denominator. We already now know that the answer has to be positive because the signs are the same, so the answer is positive. I'm going to take care of that. Don't worry about the signs anymore. I'm going to reduce. Can't reduce this way, but can reduce this way. 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Don't worry about the sign. We already took care of it. 1 times 3 is 3. So that's 4/3. It is an improper fraction. So what? If you'd like to change it to a mixed number, you can, but nobody asked you to. All right, just make sure it's reduced. And this is definitely reduced. Okay, let's try one more. 7 2/3 divided by 8. Well, same thing. We have mixed number. We'll change it to an improper fraction. That's 23 over 3. Division changes to multiplication. This is 8 over 1. I'll flip it. 1/8. Notice there's nothing I can do to reduce. So I just multiply. 23 times 1 is 23. 8 times 3 is 24. I am done reducing, so that problem's over. So anytime you're working with multiplication or division of mixed numbers, you just change the mixed number to an improper fraction. Do what you did before. Think about it. What do you think is going to be the hardest operation? Addition and subtraction, because addition and subtraction is always a little harder. And we are done multiplying and dividing, and guess where we're going next? Addition and subtraction. But you have a couple of choices. Okay.